What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? And today we're going to be talking about this guy right here, the Sony A7IV. I'm going to talk to you guys about my early thoughts, opinions, and really just kind of why I decided to add this camera to my kits. Shooting on the FX30 right now, and I love this camera, but I felt the need that I needed to add another professional level camera to my kit, especially for a lot of the jobs that I am doing. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about today, is just kind of what I think about this camera, you know, what I've liked about it, what I haven't liked about it, and you know, quick little spoiler, there's not much I have not liked about this camera. So yeah, but yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. Right now, getting ready to go to the gym and get my workout in. Best way to start the day. Alright, so let's talk about the negative first. Like I said, there's not a lot of things that I dislike about this camera, but I guess the one thing I will say that is, you know, it's pretty common amongst a lot of people who have had this camera, is the crop in 4K 60. And one of the main reasons I got this camera is because I wanted a full frame camera. I wanted a full frame camera that's going to do really good in low light, because with some of our shoots, they've been in low light situations, and the FX30 does decent, but I just wanted something that's going to do a little bit better. So the fact that you're going to the 4K 60, you're getting that 1.5 times crop, that definitely is a little annoying. I'm sure Sony has their reasons why they were doing that. They probably had to handicap it a little bit, or else they would kind of dipped into some of their Sony A7IV or FX3 sales, so they kind of, you know, put all the bells and whistles in it, I guess. So I mean, that's kind of an annoyance. I mean, I could, if I want full frame 60 frames per second, I could go in 1080, but I don't know. I've looked at the 1080. I've seen reviews on the 1080 coming out of that camera, and it just doesn't, you know, it doesn't look good in my opinion. The 1080 on it, just, I don't know, maybe I'm just used to 4K now, and you know, with the down sampled from 7K, maybe that makes it a little bit harder to judge, I guess, since the 4K is so sharp. But I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at with that. So, but yeah, that's, you know, first thing I dislike. Really, it's the only main thing I dislike. You know, I know this thing has really bad rolling shutter. I haven't really experienced it too much. I mean, I don't do a lot of whipping my camera around anyways. You know, that's not the kind of stuff I shoot. So I don't know, the you know, rolling shutter is not a huge deal to me. So so I really say that's kind of the only thing I dislike. I haven't experienced any overheating issues. Again, I've only had this camera about 2 to 3 weeks, so it's still really brand new to me. So overall experience has been good. Again, the one thing I really dislike about it is the crop in 4K 60. I hope traffic's not too bad. I usually go to the gym a lot earlier than this, around usually like 4:30. So hopefully this traffic's not too bad. Hopefully the gym's not too crazy. I like to kind of go in, do what I need to do, and get out. So man, I hope I didn't screw this thing up this morning. Guess we're about to find out here in the next 10 minutes or so. So yep, traffic looking pretty good so far. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign, ladies and gentlemen. Well, good news, it doesn't look too crazy bad, so I don't think we made a mistake. I think we'll be able to get in, get this workout done, and get home and get after this day. So let's talk about something, you know, that I've loved about this little beast of a camera, the Sony A7IV. Probably shouldn't just throw it down on my seat like that. you know, it wasn't exactly cheap. Shouldn't just be tossing it around everywhere. Anyways, one thing I've really liked, and it's no different than what I'm shooting on right now, is the FX30, is the image quality. It is a super sharp, crisp, amazing looking image. Some people don't like that really sharp look. I actually don't mind it. I love the look, and if you want to soften it up, you know, there's obviously things you can do, you know, put mist filters on there, you know, kind of soften it up so it's not so strong and sharp or whatever. You know, you can put on, you know, vintage lenses that, you know, aren't going to be as clinical, aren't going to be as sharp. So the overall image quality, you know, I love the look. I think it looks amazing. Again, that's no different than the FX30. So that's, you know, one of the things I have loved so far with this camera. Whew, that was a good workout, ladies and gentlemen. Best way to start off your day, getting that workout done, getting it out the way, you know, and then you can attack the rest of the day. At least that's my opinion. Anyways, let's talk about something else that I love about that camera, the Sony A7IV, right there. The 33 megapixel full frame sensor is amazing, especially when it comes to photos. The thing is, I couldn't ask for more. 33 megapixels is more than enough. If you need to crop in, move your image around, the dynamic range, man, I shot a lot of photos this weekend for a little photo shoot that we had for someone we know, trying to get back into modeling, but that's a story for another day. Anyways, we got a lot of shots with that camera, and the photos, man, they look amazing. It's not the fastest camera when it comes to burst shooting mode, but for me personally, it's not a big deal because I'm not a burst shooter. Previously, you know, I was shooting with photos with this camera, the FX30, and it takes good photos. They're not bad, but the A7IV is just on a different level when it comes to photography. So yeah, that's another thing that I love about that Sony A7IV. All right, so the final reason why I love this A7IV and why I really got the biggest reason that I got this camera is because of the low light performance. Now, I've been using the FX30 for the better part of a year, and low light wise it's pretty good. And for APS-C size camera, it's actually very good in low light. In my humble opinion, I haven't had a lot of issues other than a couple times where light just was very very scarce, and I didn't want to have to, you know, fall into that issue again. So that's one of the main reasons I got this, because this thing is very good at low light. It's got a base ISO of 800 and 3200, and I've been able to push this thing upwards to 8,000, even 10,000 ISO in lower light situations, and the footage is still coming out looking very clean, very nice, very usable. So that is ultimately one of the main reasons I got it. It's not because it's full frame. It's not because of I wanted a better bokeh and all this stuff. No, it's mainly, you know, for the other reasons I said, but also main reason would be the low light performance. So, and it has not disappointed as of yet. Is it a perfect camera? No, it's not. You know, it definitely has its quirks. It definitely has its flaws. Like I said earlier, the 4K 60 crop is a huge thing to rolling shutter, which doesn't affect me, but it does other people. Apparent overheating issues, which I have not experienced, but again, I'm still kind of on the honeymoon stage, so I might run into some of that stuff down the road. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's, you know, my early bird experience with this Sony A7IV. We'll see, you know, how it holds up through time. I'll probably do a longer, you know, I'll probably do a review, you know, down the road after I've had more time with it, kind of see, you know what I think of it at that point. But right now, 2 to 3 weeks in, it's been awesome. I cannot complain. But anyway, guys have a good one. See you in the next video.